hip-hop underground and I'm ice hot. What rap my age to keep the mic hot? Couple hip-hop butter beans. Big sluggers move with me, it's a gutter team. I love women who
LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's gonna be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Suns. Back on the road tomorrow. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have their work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
Well, right now for the Suns, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
You know, you're right. They're not that far from being true contenders, but it doesn't look like this is the season for them to do so.
So Phoenix will get the first possession. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin, but you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for.
In for T.J. Warren, and Freak subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Cleveland, Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. And it's Love missing.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Freak. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
LeBron outside. He kicks to Dellavedova. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Chandler with a screen for Knight. Inside. And the wide-open shot from Morris. Offline with his three. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Thompson, a screen on Knight. LeBron is doubled. Love kicks to LeBron. The three-pointer, no good. The Suns have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Knight against LeBron. LeBron with the block. Now here's Irving. D right on him. Pass to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Thompson's got his first 2 points.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Freak passes to Tucker. He feeds it to Knight. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Clock at 4. It's stolen. Now Cleveland moving it up. A shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Goodwin's checked in for Knight. Cleveland also making some changes. Varejao comes in for Kevin Love. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
You know, there was a time when some thought Tyson Chandler would be a draft bust. But, you know, it took some time before he found his niche and has been one of the best bigs in the NBA for the span of his career. You know, that shows you also when you draft guys out of high school, they're going to need a couple more years to really define who they are as players. Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
James outside. With some arc, the shot misses.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot.
And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Teammate Kevin Love says,
he sat us down, maybe right before the first practice, and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table, and we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about.
Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Anderson Varejao. LeBron's checked in for Smith. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Tucker and Morris holding the forward spots. Brandon Knight is out there with Freak. And it's Chandler in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers was a big factor. He chipped in his share of points and added a few rebounds as well. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine. No doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Thompson sets the pick for Love. Irving kicks to Thompson. The timely screen gave him a step, but he took it all the way.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
Morris, no good.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
1:09 left now here in the second. The screen from Thompson. He used that pick to perfection. Love's got the lead up to 4 now for the Cavs.
Man, you just got to rave and marvel at a shot like that from Kevin Love.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move 1 guard, but ended up moving 2, brought back 1 as well.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard 1s and 2s, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Love, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
It's Knight with the drive. Again, the miss by Knight.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Morris against Thompson. There's Williams with the 3. Chandler with the rebound. Here's Freak. And the first half comes to a close.
Well, Tyson.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first. Checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Mo Williams is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the forwards are LeBron and Thompson. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Williams. And it's Varejao in at the 5 spot.
Well, that's simply a great move there, Kevin. He dusted off the defense and got to the cup for the easy basket.
Kicks to Dellavedova. Down low. Here's Thompson. Phoenix grabs the miss, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
I think lack of discipline is the right phrase, Greg. I mean, a lot of silly fouls, and they did that even when they were in foul trouble.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And he gets the bucket. And here's Freak. Morris outside. The pass to Goodwin. Here's Freak. They grab their own miss. Goodwin makes it off the glass. Goodwin's got 7 points in the game.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The drive by James. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player,
Sure.
even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
And the first one at the line is good.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful.
Good on both.
And, LeBron was just so far ahead of everyone in the league when he was young. I mean, even a LeBron who has lost a step is more athletic than 95% of our league.
Kept alive. Out to Morris. Second shot opportunity. That's good. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
From 10 feet out, count that one. Thompson's got 9 points. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Goodwin. No good. Good D by Williams.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
The 3. Morris with the rebound. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers.
And no doubt that the fight was there, but no matter what they tried on that night, it just wasn't meant to be.
And over time, it looked like they were resigned to their fate. They kind of gave in. It's hard to come back when you get down like they were, and they just didn't seem to have enough fight to make a go of it.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting next. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming. Phoenix making some changes. Markieff Morris comes in for Lure. And Freak subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Freak, he's in at point guard. Chandler out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Warren, and it's Knight in at shooting guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Thanks, Doris. Here's LeBron. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
On the free throw, no good. Now, Freak pass to Morris. He dishes it to Freak. Back to Morris. It falls!
Freak, you're the guy. Some good screens, tight passes now. We need to get Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
Here's LeBron. A floater. Oh, off target.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Brandon Knight. He's not always known to make the big headlines or get a lot of media attention, but he does make the big plays, and he made them throughout this one.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
Brandon Knight had his A-game working for him tonight. He plays the game at a lightning-fast pace, and we got a serious taste of that tonight. When he puts on those afterburners, forget about it. He's out of there.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.